Hi YouTubers and everyone in the world. Today is February the 10th. The time is now 10:55 a.m. guys. It's going to be a beautiful Thursday all day. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and that notification bell so you guys can see more of me. And make sure to visit my website adaycreations.com guys. It's so lit and there's so many great things I want you guys to see. Now today we're going to be talking about 5 things to do for the no contact rule to work. All right. So the first thing you got to do if you want the no contact rule to work, guys, is understand why the breakup happened to begin with. You have to have a clear understanding of why you guys broke up, why things didn't work, why you couldn't make it work, and why both of you guys felt like you needed a break from each other. I think that this is so very important because in the process of us, being like in a no contact rule and trying to maintain our strength and stuff like that, at the end of the day, you got to see it like this. Why did this breakup happen to begin with? And that's going to give you your strength to stay away from that person, especially if you know that they are no good for you. Now, the second thing to do for the no contact rule, guys, to work is uncover the thoughts, the feelings, and your actions. You got to understand, like, there's things that led up to this breakup. There's things that led up to us not speaking. And you got to see it from his point of view, but also your point of view as well. You got to see it from both points of view so you can have a clear understanding of why you guys are probably not on the same page. It's just sometimes your spouse might be thinking in one way, and then in your mind, you're thinking in another way. So at the end of the day, it's like, hey, maybe you guys are just not compatible with one another. And that's okay, but it's important to know why. What actions led up to this breakup? And that's going to give you your strength to keep moving forward and not look back. If that's what you want to do. Now, the third thing to do for the no contact rule to definitely work and stick, guys, is set personal boundaries and respect on both your part plus that person's part as well. It has to be a level of respect. If we're going to be friends, or if we're just not going to talk at all, like, hey, there has to be boundaries. That's number one. If you guys decide to reconnect after the no contact rule for a month, 2 months, 6 months, maybe even a year, it has to be a certain level of boundaries. There's certain things that you might not want to talk about, like sexual things. It's certain things that you guys might not want to do if you decide to hang out. Like, the first few times you guys hang out, get to know each other again. Don't just get with this person and be like, oh, hugging and kissing and acting like everything is all good and nothing happened, because then you will fall back into that same category of eventually things are not going to work out. So you definitely want to take your time, set those boundaries, and stand firm in your boundaries and what you say. That person has to respect you. And if they start breaking those boundaries, then that's letting you know how they really feel about you. Now, the fourth thing to do for the no contact rule to definitely stick, guys, is create a self-development for yourself. Like, if you decided to go back into that relationship after the no contact rule, you want to know, like, you want to have a clear idea of what it is that you want. What are you expecting from you? What can you give you? Or, how long are you going to give yourself before you decide to maybe take things to the next level with that person? So you definitely want to have a lot of self-development. You want to know, like, okay, let me start developing myself. Let me start working on myself. If I decide to get back into this relationship, I want things to be legit. I want things to be good. So let me take my time when I do this. So yes, don't just look at the other person and say, hey, you need to work on this or you need to work on that. You have to look within yourself and decide what is it that you may need to work on before you go looking outside yourself. Now, the fifth thing to do for the no contact rule, guys, to work, for sure, is check in with yourself. And this goes back to creating a self-development plan and becoming the best version of yourself that you can be. Now, for number 5, when I say check in with yourself, what I mean by that is you want to put yourself on a certain time frame. Within 3 months, I expect to be here. Within 6 months, I expect to be here. Within 9 months, I expect to be here. Within 1 year, this is where I want to be. So don't, as I said before, don't just look at other people and point the fingers their way. You definitely want to create those boundaries for yourself and make sure you check in with yourself and you're being disciplined, because That's the only way that the no contact rule is going to work. You have to, believe that it's possible for you to fall back and give yourself time to work on you. So that's my advice for today, guys. Those are the 5 things you want to do for the no contact rule to stick and for it to work. And if you like this video and want to see more videos like this from me, give it a huge thumbs up, guys. And like I always say, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel because there's so much more to come. Until the next video, guys. Peace.